Hey, I'm Jim Search, and welcome to Understanding Upstate, the podcast dedicated to exploring what makes upstate New York such a unique place. Each week, my co-host Rob Adler and I dive into a new upstate topic to better understand what's up upstate. And this week, we have front row seats to Utica's own Stanley Theater, and then we're grabbing a drink next door at Swifty's. And for the record, not owned by any Taylor Swift fans. I mean...
that we know of. The owners could be fans, but I don't think it's named for that.
I'm looking at the... I was looking at their website, man, and the address. And I'm here to say that... I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Dave Swift, who I'm going to guess probably over 40... I don't know if he's ready to shake it off or whatever.
He could be Taylor Swift's uncle, for all we know. She's from Pennsylvania.
I mean, that is a state, Rob. That's true. He is.
It's not. It's closer than Idaho.
I mean,
it's,
all of these things you said are true. I'm not gonna debate that. But I get the feeling that if this was Taylor Swift's uncle, that'd be on the website.
I'm Googling it. Let's see. No, it's not looking like it.
I mean, good swing though. Good,
Wow, you can get her whole family tree. This is really taking a weird turn.
I believe it is. I don't know how many Swifties we've got as our fan base here, but we might see a little spike there if we do. But
sure.
Here we are.
There we go. Hey, you know what? We're here to learn and learn. I
definitely learned a little bit today.
Speaking of learning, let's learn about what you have to say in today's Upstate Update.
Oh man, yeah, this is big. This is huge, man. So as some of you have come to know over the 88 episodes of this podcast, I have been known to frequent Beer Wax in Brooklyn, New York, a incredible vinyl bar in Prospect Heights. Strongly encourage you to go there if you are in the area. So there I am hanging out, talking to the bartender, Jess, and there's a gentleman who sits down next to me, and we're all just kind of shooting the shit. And at one point, the gentleman next to me goes, yeah, I introduced myself. I'm like, oh, I'm Jim Search. He's like, oh, you do trivia. I'm like, I do trivia here. And he's like, yeah, my buddy Plates I went to college with. He comes to your trivia. And I said, wait a minute. Plates, college, you, sir, went to Binghamton University. He's like, oh, yeah, I went to Binghamton. And let me tell you something. From there, it was an hour. I want to say we spent a solid hour talking about Binghamton, New York. So Rob, and I told him about the podcast, obviously. And I said, his name's Rob. I said, Rob, we have a section of our show called Upstate Update, and you, sir, are about to be part of that. And he's like, that's crazy.
There you go.
And we started talking about Spiedies, and I said, dude, you are going to love this podcast. He definitely did say, he's like, I will be listening to the Wegmans episode as well as the Denny's episode, because he was just as heartbroken as I was when I found out that it was closing. So yeah, a solid update. And again, Binghamton is everywhere, man. It's worldwide. You never know when it's going to pop up on you. I had it pop up on me when I was in San Francisco, man. Met a truck driver from Broome County while I was out in San Francisco. So
there you go. Was he on his route or just...
He wasn't working. I was just outside a bar drunk, and I was talking about Binghamton. And this older guy came up to me and he's like, you mean Broome County?
That's a great way
And I
to
said,
specify.
sir, you're in luck.
Yeah.
Because you picked the right dude to talk about with this. And but that's a organic dovetail into another Upstate update from like 2007.
Hey, we can
Sure. Yeah,
that's totally fine.
Reaching on top of the shelf for some good shit. So shout out to you, Rob. Appreciate the conversation, and hopefully you're going through the catalog of our episodes, just like y'all should. If you're listening to this, go back and listen to all of our old joints, because we got some classic Upstate material for you to fuck with.
I think today's episode's going to be a classic one, Jim. We were talking off mic. This is our first listener submitted through the proper channels, through a review, or no, I guess it was an email. God damn it, guys, do it in the review. You know what? It's totally fine. It could happen in the email. Been asking for it in a review. Hasn't happened yet. You could be the first. You could be the first. But we still took the suggestion. I'm a stickler for the rules.
Yeah.
But I'm fair. Fair but honest. We're excited to look a little bit at the Stanley Theater and Swifties, of course. So, hey, look, if you have your own regional theater and restaurant that you would like us to review, guys, get into our reviews. Give us a 5-star rating, throw us some kind words, and then a suggestion for whatever Upstate topic you would like us to cover. And we'll do it.
That's the thing about us is we'll get it done. Trust and believe that.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen for you folks, because that's just the type of show we are. So, Steve, thank you for writing in, buddy. We got your Stanley Theater covered and our hot takes around it, as well as Swifties, which located right next door to Stanley Theater.
Well, let's
go. Let's talk about it. The Stanley Theater. It's a historic Baroque movie palace in Utica, New York.
Fancy.
Over the years, it does look really fancy. It reminds me a little bit of like King's Theater here in Brooklyn, New York, and the Forum a little bit too in Binghamton. Over the years, it has undergone several changes in ownership, but has always been affiliated with Warner Brothers Pictures. Interesting.
All right.
So we'll dive into a little bit of the history of the Stanley Theater. Originally owned by the Stanley Mark Strand Corporation chain, founded by brothers Mitchell H. Mark and Mo Mark, which great alliteration there. The Stanley Theater and the entire movie theater chain was purchased 3 days before opening by Warner Brothers. Quick to jump in on that before the ribbon cutting there. The company was eager to showcase its products on as many screens as possible. The theater opened on September 10th, 1928, with a silent movie, Ramona, starring Dolores Del Rio. Fun fact. Thomas W. Lamb, a prolific theater architect, designed the 2,963-seat cinema for the Mastbaum chain of theaters. The theater was named for Stanley, one of the Mastbaum brothers. While Lamb and his firm designed over 300 theaters worldwide, he is considered to be somewhat of a local, having owned a camp in the Adirondacks. His great-grandson lives in Albany. It lives in the Albany area as of today. Now, the Stanley Theater was built in under 13 months, which I'm going to say a little bit... I think you want to give that a little bit more time, but whatever, it's still standing. So don't ask me, I guess. On the expanding southern edge of downtown, approximately 4 blocks away from the Utica Theater District. All the theaters located there were raised during the urban renewal era of the 60s and 70s. The Stanley remained open through all of this, though it suffered many years of neglect. In 1974, when the threat of destruction became very real, the Central New York Community Arts Council, renamed Stanley Center for the Arts in 2008, spearheaded a campaign to acquire the property, which it did for $135,000. And over time, over $5.5 million have been spent to date on its brilliant restoration.
All right. That's a pretty good deal. $135,000 in 2008. It's not bad for a whole ass theater.
To do with it what you will. Yeah. And then on top of that, to restore it to its former glory. Gotta preserve the landmarks here, party people. The design motif of the Stanley Theater is dubbed Mexican Baroque because of its unique blend of styles. The terracotta and tiled mosaic exterior shows the Mexican influence, while Habsburg lions, Indian faces, and a multitude of angels and cherubs grace the lavish gold leaf Baroque theater interior. Now that is a lot of design all in one building.
It is. I mean, it's a pretty stunning...
I was going to say, man.
Everything.
And that's the thing, right? And I want to say this because obviously this is what so much of our podcast is about, is like the gems that live and exist in upstate New York, and how much of like dope architecture and just some real intricate shit that you'll find in upstate New York when it comes to buildings.
I mean, the staircase looks like I assume you've probably seen the Titanic, or at least clips of it. You know, the Titanic staircase. I think you get Leonardo. Someone's coming down that staircase. Maybe it's Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know. But the staircase looks like that staircase.
Well, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment, sir.
All right.
Moorish influence is also evident in the star-splashed ceiling and twisted columns flanking the stage. Legend has it that the grand entry staircase was designed to resemble the main staircase on the Titanic ocean liner.
Get the fuck out of here. I didn't read that beforehand. That's crazy. It's the same. It looks the same. This is wild.
I don't know if I've seen you get this.
I think the only time I've been this excited is when I called the shot on the sports bra being 2 jock straps, if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, I was gonna put this up with Erie Canal energy,
yeah,
but
dude, I think I'm a Stanley Theater fanatic now. This is great.
Sure. Let's get to it, man. So, while the Stanley Theater continues to be primarily a movie house, it introduced live events earlier in its history. Today, it is the host of the Munson Williams Proctor Arts Institute Great Artist Series for over 75 years, Broadway Theater League for 50 years, Utica Symphony over 60 years, and the Mohawk Valley Ballet for over 25 years. Huh. So, again, there is some substantial history of the arts that exist in upstate New York. Quick random thought, I saw a interview with a upstate artist who had a really interesting insight of upstate is to New York City as the Bay Area is to LA. And I said, correct. Because there's a hotbed of artists. There's a lot of people doing some really great shit away from what some consider to be the main focus. So, great analogy.
Makes sense.
Back to the Stanley Theater.
I never left, Jim. I've been there the whole time, man.
You were fixated on every item, every fiber of the essence of this building. I respect it. Every ticket sold to a Stanley event includes $2 to help pay for the continued restoration of this magnificent showplace. Major funding has also come from the Natural Heritage Trust of the State of New York, the County of Oneida, the City of Utica, and many private sources. Now, notable early performers include legendary singers Marianne Anderson and Zeno Pizza. That's going to be what it is. Lily Pons, Jeanette MacDonald, and Jean Audrey. Now, later illustrious entertainers included Understanding Update alum Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, there you go.
Conway Twitty, not to be confused with Conway the Machine. Dave Matthews, Third Eye Blind, Diana Ross, Barry Manilow, and Harry Connick Jr., to say the least. And the Stanley was the host to multiple appearances by Jerry Seinfeld, Wynton Marsalis, some scrappy upstart comedian named George Carlin. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Itzhak Perlman, Bob Weir, and Rat Dog, and B.B. King. More recent performances include the legend Aretha Franklin and equally legendary songwriter Burt Bacharach. Is it Bacharach? Yeah. All right. Burt Bacharach.
I like how the more recent performances are by two people who I think Burt Bacharach might be dead by now, and Aretha Franklin's dead too.
And
right?
Aretha, and Aretha is as most assuredly passed away.
Very dead people. Those are the recent performances.
And there hasn't been any since. Yeah. That is the most recent. So it's just the theater is set empty. Kidding, Steve. We wouldn't talk shit about the Stanley Theater. The Broadway Theater League brought in national touring productions of Cats, Annie, Evita, Sweeney Todd, and Barnum. So if you're in Upstate, you can get yourself some theater.
Yeah.
The theater was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1976. It is significant for its relationship to the early movie industry and its distinctive architecture.
Hey, even just looking at the marquee, it's got WB above the name Stanley, rather, right there on the marquee in the lights.
There. How about that? The Stanley underwent major renovations in 2007. Now, folks, I'm here to tell you that not only is there so much history involved in this iconic theater, but we also have some haunted sightings afoot, believe it or not. The Stanley Theater in Utica, New York, was built, as we said, in 1928 as a grand movie palace. For more than 90 years, the beautiful building has stood as a gem of its area, but something strange is said to lurk inside its walls. Visitors, staff, and ghost hunters have seen and heard footsteps, laughter, EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon. What does that mean? I'll tell you. Referring to voices and sounds captured on recordings that were not present during the original session, which is fucking terrifying.
Jim, I remove several EVPs from every recording we make. Just I meant to tell you, but we got ghosts all over these recordings.
Oh wow, that's wild!
You just
man.
click on the EVP filter, though. It takes care
sure.
of it real easy. No problem.
Smart. Whoever invented that's very smart and well thought out. Mm-hmm. Full body apparitions and shadow people.
I'm gonna need a little more information on shadow people.
My mental image of what shadow persons are is like when you know how like when you kind of look out of the corner of your eye and you think you see something and it's not there. That is in my mind what a shadow person is.
I'm imagining a shadow, but like there isn't the body to create the shadow, which is like also spooky, right? You know what I mean? Like just the shadow, but nothing that would have created it.
Kind of like the shadowy ghosts in the film Ghost, the poorly put together apparitions in that film. Folks, here to give you more detailed look at these alleged hauntings. Although I'm not here to say alleged, I'm here to say fucking verified. Apparitions and shadow figures. As we said, visitors have reported seeing full-body apparitions as well as shadow figures in various parts of the theater, including the stage and balcony.
Okay. Okay.
Unexplained sounds, footsteps, laughter, and other sounds have been heard even when the theater is empty. Spirit of a woman. Local legends say there's a story about a woman who died on her wedding night and haunts the theater. And on that note, I'm out. Some believe her spirit resides in the balcony area.
What was she doing at the theater on her wedding night? She catching in like the matinee or something? I don't know about that one.
No, that's you're not buying it.
Maybe she was the manager of the theater and like had to work or something and popped in to grab something
upstairs and then fell to her death on her wedding. Yeah. You never know.
Okay, it checks out. It's real.
I like how you pivoted so quickly from I don't buy it. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
Unsold seat. One particular seat in the audience is reportedly never sold out of respect for the spirits, and some visitors have reported feeling like they're being pushed out of that seat.
Yikes.
Man, you better not fuck with that.
No.
Paranormal investigations. Some groups have conducted paranormal investigations at the Stanley, reportedly capturing evidence of paranormal activities, including EVPs, as Rob has been able to seamlessly take out of our show, and images of apparitions. So, folks, Spiedie Freaks and Rattlesnake Pete's, if you have had any sort of paranormal experience at the Stanley, write in and tell us about it. And that's going for you too, Steve. Have you seen anything in there? Sure. Let us know.
Sure.
Now, Rob, I have covered some of the history and some of the spookiness that has occurred at the Stanley. And as you have done with diligent research in the newspaper arena, tell us what have the newspapers drummed up about the Stanley Theater?
I would love nothing more, Jim. So yeah, we were talking a little bit off mic. It was a little tricky to find a ton of specific stuff referencing this specific Stanley Theater, just because, again, it was a chain. So there's a lot of Stanley Theaters throughout New York, New Jersey. But I was able to find a couple articles just talking about some of the musical acts that have gone through. And it seems like particularly in the 90s, it was like a big venue for like college concerts, like
sure.
Phantom Planet, Guster played there, like that level of band in the mid 90s to early 2000s was playing there. But this first one, I was delighted to find. I really tried to find some older articles. All I could find from like this, the earliest was in the 20s, and it was like organ recital at the Stanley, the Stanley Theater. It was like, all right, lots of organ recitals. Cool.
You can imagine somebody was working at the factory all week, just like, man, I got to get to this fucking organ recital, man.
Yeah, dude.
Can't fucking wait. They're gonna rip. They are going to rip.
Dude, if I could just hear that Bach toccata one more time, baby. Anyway, this is from the Tangerine, which is a local college newspaper. This is October 24th, 1969, and the title is Buddy Rich and his band bring down Stanley Theater. Buddy Rich being a famous jazz drummer. But let's read about it. Buddy Rich played before a nearly full house and received a standing ovation at the Stanley Theater last week. The Stanley Theater, an old war horse by modern standards, really came alive with a big brassy sound of the Buddy Rich Orchestra. Unmistakably, one knew that Rich was in sole command of his well-known group, and for that matter, the audience also. The highlight of the entire concert was Rich's interpretation of the West Side Story score. This was truly his finest showpiece in technical and interpretive ability as a drummer. He achieved clarity and preciseness in his solos through extensive use of single sticking and the fastest left hand in the business. He's, a pretty goddamn fast drummer. Also, he exhibited his mastery of the dynamic range from feather light to ear-splitting heaviness at this thunderous ending solo of the medley. The entire audience jumped up and gave him an equally thunderous ovation. I really like the The dynamics on this guy, he can play loud, he can play quiet. It was crazy.
Well, and listen, I'm gonna say Terry Cressy, the author here, is he's doing his thing, man. He has painted a picture for sure.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
there's more to tell though, Jim. Rich manages to use the best of the new songs by new artists such as The Doors and lends them depth while taking old songs such as Greensleeves and giving them extremely creative arrangements. Rich also has tremendous talent flanking him, the audience favorites with a tenor sax, Pat LaBarber, and a 21-year-old Richie Cole playing alto sax who sported a Prince Valiant type haircut. It's like a Beatles cut, right? Right. Straight across in the front.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head went with that.
Let's see. From here, the Rich group will finish out a college tour, and later in the year, they'll play at a command performance for the Queen of England. In retrospect,
goddamn, buddy.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. In retrospect, the only regrettable thing about the performance was that more students didn't attend. Still, though this was an open concert, the audience was primarily young. To answer student complaint that nothing ever happens in Utica, something did last Thursday night.
Damn. Terry throwing shade at the kids, man.
Yeah. I mean,
y'all can't come.
Terry's a fellow student. This is the student newspaper. Maybe if he wasn't writing such flowery descriptions about the drumming and stick technique, he could have pulled a few more people over to the show. I digress.
I'd love to see a rebuttal article. Yeah, Terry, I was too busy getting drunk and laid, dude. Sorry, I couldn't make your concert.
Well, let's talk about another concert, Jim. This was, we're flashing forward a little bit to 1998, October 29th, in the Oswego Arts and Entertainment section of, I guess, the Oswegonian, maybe? This is the newspaper.
I'm guessing it's Oswego.
Damn it, you're right. Oswego. It's the Oswegoni of it all. Oswegoni Arts and Entertainment. Title, Mo. As in the band. Talks about upcoming Halloween show, new album, and their future as a band. And as you and I were talking earlier, Mo is a band from Buffalo. I believe they started at University of Buffalo. They're not necessarily my cup of tea, but they're like a jam band kind of group. But let's learn more about Mo, shall we?
Let's learn Mo about Mo.
Oh, shit. Pretty good. Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. This Halloween, the Stanley Theater in Utica will not be handing out Snickers bars, gummy bears, or Tootsie Rolls, but instead pleasing the crowd with sweet songs from the band Mo. These hometown heroes return to their roots of Utica to give fans a special thank you concert. Again, I read they formed at University of Buffalo, so I don't know what...
I mean,
maybe there's a member has a direct Utica connection. Who knows? Right? Maybe internet. There's a future episode into it.
There's a follow-up episode.
We'll see. The band consists of Al Shiner, guitar and vocals, Rob Durhawk, bass and vocals, Chuck Garvey, also guitar and vocals, and Vinny Amico, drums. I was able to sit down and talk with Mo's newest drummer, Vinny Amico, about the band, the Halloween concert, and their latest album, Tin Cans and Car Tires. Mo formed while they were attending the University of Buffalo. Shire and Garvey started the band. The name Mo comes from the old Louis Jordan tune, Five Guys Named Mo. I don't know that song.
News to me.
Yeah. Since then, the band has been together for 8 years. Through those 8 years, they have lost 4 drummers. Wow.
Jesus. What? All right.
Like lost 4 drummers? Like,
as in they died?
That's the implication I'm hearing, but
right.
Have changed drummers 4 times would have a less heavy connotation. But,
right.
Geez, might be a couple ghost drummers running around the Stanley Theater. Who knows? Amico, their fifth and latest drummer, has been with Mo for the past 2 years. This is a great band, and I plan on playing with them for a while, explained Amico. Some of the past drummers that have moved on. Again, moved on could be to a higher plane. We don't know.
Right. Listen, Brett Stevens is really leaving some stuff up to the imagination for sure.
Really is. With those drummers being Jim Laughlin and Chris Mazer. Laughlin, who recorded Head Seed in '93, has since moved on and joined the band Yoke. All right.
All right. He lived. Okay. He lived.
Mazer, who recorded No Day in '95, has since left Mo because things just weren't working out.
I love that. All right. I love that Brett here has gotten into the infighting here. Sure. And just given us some tea on Mo. Sure. Not so much about the concert. But... yeah. All right.
Well, hey, let's get to that concert. So the concert is this Saturday. Saturday's Halloween is one that Mo is really looking forward to. We're really excited about returning to our old stomping grounds and playing a special Halloween concert for Utica, said Amico. The Stanley Theater holds 3,000 people, and so far they've sold 2,700 tickets. Pretty good.
Damn, that's pretty good.
They are hoping for a big turnout and expect it to be sold out soon. The Stanley Theater is a beautiful place and not a big venue, so we won't lose the intimacy with the crowd. But it's still, like, I've been in smaller theaters. Like, it's not tiny by any means either.
Right.
The rest of the article just kind of goes to talk on about this new drummer and whatnot. So we can pivot out of this.
Sure.
And then the next article is a review of their new album, Tin Cans and Car Tires. So I think some hometown heroes, at least regional heroes if they aren't actually from Utica. Thought that was a nice. We ended up talking about drummers a lot, weirdly, between the two articles, but nice. Two nice articles about the Stanley with some local ties. Speaking of local ties, let's talk about Swifty's restaurant and learn a little bit about this local delicatessen, shall we?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. So this is from their website. Swifties opened their doors in June of 2009 and have not looked back since. I believe they opened those doors just next door to the Stanley, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have tried to create an atmosphere of that is enjoyable and comfortable to both families and sports fans alike. The staff and I appreciate your business and hope that we can become your restaurant and pub of choice. Okay.
All right.
It's earnest.
Come fuck with me, I believe is in layman's terms, come fuck with this.
When you go out to eat, you want to go where the locals go. Our 3 locations are known for their tasty meals and bar specials. There's something for everyone from salads to pizzas. We even offer kids meals. You can bring some friends or ride solo. Either way, you'll enjoy your visit to Swifties. We look forward to hosting you. And we've got a little write-up here. This is... Jim, do you remember where this came from?
Oh, yeah. It's from... it's like The Observer, I believe.
Okay.
I want to say it's The Observer in Utica.
I was gonna say, it definitely looks like a Utica newspaper.
The Utica Observer Dispatch.
All right. Well, this is a little review of Swifties in downtown Utica. Let's see. So let's get into it. And this is let's let me retake that. This is by the news intern Marissa Moore and her mother Marianne, and they ate there and recently had this to say about the restaurant. Open since 2009. Swifty's Restaurant and Pub is a bar and grill that offers a variety of dishes, including appetizers, handcrafted sandwiches, wraps, burgers, and comfort foods such as a shepherd's pie and baked lasagna. Is there any other lasagna, Jim? I don't know.
Not that I would want.
Sure.
I mean, I guess if you deep fried it, you could do that.
Ooh, now we're talking. You get some breadcrumbs on there, it'd be pretty good. I might need some deep fried lasagna, but that's for a different time.
Sure. That's funny.
There are plenty of options to choose from, including gluten-free items for those who need them. Located in the heart of downtown Utica, right next to the Stanley Center for the Arts, which is now, I believe, the name of the group that manages the theater. The pub has a spacious eating area along with a long bar surrounded by numerous flat-screen televisions. The low lighting and sports memorabilia lining the walls add to the atmosphere. This seems to be a hot spot for people to come on their lunch hour, as the dining area was almost full during that time.
There you go.
A spot that's full during lunch hour, like a sit-down restaurant. That's a it's a good sign. It's a real good sign.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie though. I'd be a little nervous on my lunch hour.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You gotta, I feel like that's really playing with time there.
If you got a hard hour, like including walking time, yeah, that's
right. Because you bookend your walk, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have, like 5 minutes?
If you're lucky. Yeah.
If you're lucky, right? And then you sit. Yeah, that's just woo.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, as I jump in on my anxiety of time.
Let's see what we ordered. I ordered the buffalo chicken sandwich, $10.99, without pickles, onions, and tomato, with a side of fries. Marianne ordered the Applewood BLT sandwich, $9.99, with a side of fries.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
as far as with fries.
Yeah, dude. Could be $15-16 easy. Our review. Neither of us had visited Swifty's before, but we'd both heard good things about the restaurant, so we decided to give it a go. The back parking lot was extremely convenient and saved us from trying to find parking on busy Genesee Street. But when we first arrived inside via the back door, not a single waitress and or hostess paid us any mind. We stood by the dining area for a few minutes, waiting for someone to help us to a table before finally walking to the main hostess at the front of the restaurant. She sat us both in a booth, and moments later, our waitress appeared. It sounds just like simple miscommunication, like that back door is probably just not staffed, and if you've been there before, yeah,
this feels like if you know, you know. So we're not. I'm not gonna ding. Yeah. I'm not gonna ding Stanley for this.
That's like you put it in
Swifties rather.
You put in the Google review. Hey, if you're going to the back door, just go to the front. Like that's like a tips and tricks for Stanley's kind of thing. Or not Stanley's, for Swifties. Goodness. All right, let's see. The menu was at first overwhelming. Narrowing down choices was a bit difficult, but having such a variety-filled menu is smart, especially since some customers are sure to be picky eaters like me. I feel like I've seen too many restaurant shows to believe that a massive menu is a great thing.
Sure.
Generally seems like a nightmare. But if Swifties can pull it off, I'll allow it.
There's a little show, Bar Rescue, that really does dial in on not having more than 2 pages.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a Bible for a menu.
Unless you're Cheesecake Factory, they're allowed to do it.
We'll give you a pass, Cheesecake Factory.
All right. After we ordered, it took about 15 minutes for our meals to arrive to our table. Our eyes widened at the portion sizes of not only our fries, but our sandwiches. They were ginormous. Marianne, again, that price.
Yeah, and also like upstate New York portion sizes are fucking enormous.
Yeah.
They really are, man. I went to Tully's on the Boston Parkway in Binghamton. And yeah, like I ordered food for me and it could have easily fed like 2.5 people. So
yep. Anytime
you're getting food.
Anytime I'm up in the Adirondacks, it's like, yeah, let's go to like a little diner for breakfast. And it's like, I'll get the biscuits. It'll be like manageable. No, I immediately need a fucking nap.
Sure. Now that you're putting in work.
Yep. Let's see. Marianne was astonished by the Applewood BLT. Her sandwich was on white bread with smoked applewood bacon, lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise. Sounds like a BLT to me. She felt that the portion of all ingredients was more than satisfying.
That's right.
The bacon was very crispy, and the bread was lightly toasted. The fries were very crispy as well, although a few looked a bit overcooked. You got to have a couple little crispy fries. You know, I don't mind a little variety. A little crispy fella. Unfortunately, my sandwich wasn't prepared the way I ordered it. Ooh. When I ordered the buffalo chicken sandwich, our waitress was kind enough to let me know that it came with lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickle, the blue cheese on the side. I asked for only lettuce on the sandwich, but when my meal arrived, I noticed 2 tomatoes and no lettuce. Okay, yeah, that's...
You bitch.
No.
Fuck you.
Not wanting to have the waitress take the food back, I took off tomatoes and bit in. That is absolutely what I would do.
Yeah. And listen, you know what? I mean, this is cliches aside.
Yeah.
Unless it's allergy specific, right?
Yeah.
As in, like, if I eat this, I will die. I wouldn't be sending shit back if I were you.
Jim, I think I've told stories about this. I really pushed the boundary on, like, well, if I die, that might be fine. Like, I don't want to suffer the embarrassment of sending this raw goat leg back. It's a true story that happened. I did send it back. I was like, I cut into it and I was like, ooh, let's send it back.
Let's get that back.
For sure. But yeah, that's generally my line too. If it's like the meat isn't cooked, then I'll, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate this level of discretion. I had asked for a medium sauce on my chicken, but it tasted like mild. Also, the chicken itself was a bit dry, but the brioche bun was nice and soft, which helped make up for that. All right. Since Marianne enjoyed both the taste and presentation of her dish, she said she would order the Applewood BLT again in a heartbeat. But if
in a heartbeat,
right. But if I were to return to Swifty's, I would try one of the many other choices they have to offer. Our favorite part, by far for both of us, it was the portions of our meals. Portions were extremely generous, both for the sandwiches and our sides, and well worth the price. We both struggled to finish, and I ended up taking part of mine home in a to-go box. What could be improved, Jim? The service. The staff was friendly overall, but it was disappointing to get a sandwich that wasn't prepared the way I ordered it. On top of that, our waitress never asked how our meals were. I'm totally fine with that. But instead waited until we were done eating to ask if we needed boxes and to give us our check. It also sounded like it was slammed. So, you know, I'm going to allow some wiggle room there, I think. Ratings, I assume out of 5 stars. Atmosphere, 4. Right. Taste, 3. Presentation, 4. Service, 3.
So let's see. 12.24 divided by 4. What's that? Like a 6? 6 out of 10, I would say.
All right.
That would be that's where my head is going with this, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think some of those misses can be. I think it can be bumped up from what it sounds.
Sure.
Like. I understand. Also, you know, try it.
Well, if we're going out of 5 stars, sorry, let me walk that back. My math was a little shaky on the last one. If we're going out of 5 stars, right? Out of the category overall, Swifty's is doing 80%.
Yeah. All right.
Which passing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even for like the could be improved areas, we're at a 3 out of 5, right? Like it's still still pretty good.
As someone who genuinely enjoys reading 1-star reviews, this all of the short sites here can be remedied for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're taking in a event over at Stanley Theater, just pop next door, Swifties, get yourself something to eat, have a drink. The world's yours.
There you go. Hey, do you know what you can also do?
What's that?
While you're enjoying your amazing Applewood BLT, you can write a review for our show. You can also subscribe. You can share an episode with a friend. Again, write us a positive review. Put in, a few things you liked about the show, and then maybe a few suggestions for what you would like us to cover next. All that helps out a lot. And again, we we will do it. We will cover it.
We will do it.
We'll do it.
It'll happen. Trust me.
For sure. And like, yeah, Jim, I don't think we would have covered the Stanley Theater if we hadn't. And I, again, had one of my favorite moments on this podcast, calling the Titanic staircase.
There it is.
Calling that shot.
Yeah. And look, truth be told, like, you know, and this is kind of part of the show too, is that I didn't know this existed.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's like, I've been in worse looking theaters in New York City, and like, we have some great theaters, but like, this thing is, if someone told you it was on Broadway, you'd believe it.
You believe it.
Beautiful looking. Pretty good. Pretty good. You know what I also believe, Jim?
What's that?
I believe we have some things to plug. What do you got to
recommend?
My
goodness. Well, listen, here's the deal. You just finished seeing some jazz over at the Stanley Theater, right? Mm-hmm. You are losing your mind. You gave a standing ovation like you'd never seen anything like it before in your life or heard anything like it. You're riding high. I mean, you know, you head on over to Swifty's afterwards. You make sure that, you know, you don't send your food back because you want to survive. You know what I mean? So you do all those things, but yet and still you are wanting more because you're like, I've experienced so much Upstate. I need more. Well, here's what you do. There's an album called Upstate Understandings, and by God, you should get it. You should go to jimsearch.bandcamp.com, pick yourself up a couple copies. Still have some t-shirts left. You should certainly go pick those up as well. You know, it would be, it's the summertime. Throw on a t-shirt. Like, what are we doing here? Wear it to the theater. Wear it to the Stanley Theater, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? So yeah, you want to go ahead and do that. And of course, it's available on all digital streaming platforms and available on SiriusXM on the Pure Comedy channel. So go run that up. And of course, jimsearchcomedy.com. That's a place to look for me if I'm going to go tell jokes in the universe. Rob, they bought all the copies of my album. They just said, fuck it. Let's just buy all the CDs and give them out at the holidays. But still, even in these uncertain economic times, still got money to spend. Still have money to spend. Do you have a place they could do that?
I sure do.
What do you think?
I sure do. Let's just say you are at the Stanley Theater in Utica, and you just saw a shadow person, and you're a little freaked out.
I like where we're going with this.
Sure.
That's hilarious.
The shadow people are closing in, and you don't know what to do.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck, man.
And the last-ditch effort, you throw on my album, New York Sticky. The shadow people start dancing. You're becoming friends with them. You invite them over for Spiedies after the concert. It's a great time. It turns the whole evening around. So go grab my album, New York Sticky. It's an instrumental album available at brooklynfrequency.bandcamp.com. I even give you a no EVP guarantee on that album. Not a single EVP in there. It's pretty good. Check it out. We also have a behind-the-scenes look at the making of Jim's album in the form of a little documentary. It's a great little watch. Links for all these in the description. Jim, that I think covers our plugs, but we need a little hint for what we're going to be talking about next week.
Sure. Well, here's what's going to be going on next week, folks. Is the grill? The grill is going to be Big Red, man. A lot of Big Red action on that grill for sure.
We're talking about bubblegum next week. Big Red. All right, cool.
I wouldn't. If you'll have to tune in and find out. I can't tell you if it's bubblegum or not.
Yeah. I guess it's hard to blow bubbles with Big Red, but that's for next week to discuss. I guess.
Yeah, we'll get into it next week for sure.
Well, that just leaves one final up pun to close us out. And Jim, I just can't stop walking up that beautiful Stanley staircase in my mind. So let's just get out of here because I'm going to go look at some pictures of this theater.
All right. Later. Understanding Upstate is a podcast hosted by Jim Search and Rob Adler, edited by Rob Adler, and music from Regal Monk.